Hello once again, my people, it is I, Veed, and welcome back to Temptation's Ballad. Last episode, I actually just need to double check some things real quick. Last episode, Artemy was like, hey, who is this mysterious man that's all of a sudden, like, here? Man, woman, we don't know. All we know is that they're cloaked, and they brainwashed everyone. Everyone had red eyes. Cole was almost like that. Val and, Sid are currently like that, and now they got to figure out a way to get out of here with their friends. Get out of here alive, I should say. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay. Artemy and Cole skid to a stop as the sound of the angry crowd echoed through the narrow hallway. All those mind-controlled people will reach them soon. Sir Cole, you are familiar with the layout of this building, yes? What is the best place to hide and formulate a plan?
Well, let me down, and maybe I'll tell you.
My apologies. Just straight up, just fucking yeet him to the ground, boy. Straight up, fucking yeet to the ground. I'm afraid I'm rather anxious at the moment. Cole picked himself off of the floor with an indignant scoff.
We can't just hide in a random room. Those folks will probably be searching through every nook and cranny. We'll be found out eventually. Here, move aside.
Oh, here we go. Bam, raising his hands. Get that illusion magic. Cole raised his hands. Sparks of illusionary magic flickered between his fingertips. Okay, what's going on? Prestidigitation. I know how to say prestidigitation. No, I don't. All the candles in the hallway were immediately snuffed out. It was so dark, Artemy could scarcely see her own hand in front of her face. Confused shouting and yells reverberated throughout the dim hallway, along with the sound of angry men stumbling into each other. They're like zombies. Not this camera, this one. They're like zombies, sister. Okay, period. They're not gonna know where to go, what to do. I understand. This is an excellent plan, Sir Cole.
Not yet.
Oh. Minor illusion? What kind of minor illusion, sis? The door to Clyde's office instantly disappeared in wisps of magic, leaving behind a solid stone wall. Incredible! My education at the church never covered illusion magic. I never thought it could be so versatile.
This should keep them busy for a while. Those guys aren't smart when they're being controlled. Come on, let's head inside.
I know, like straight up, dude. Fuck. Oh, and here is the couch. Artemy, do not sit on the couch. I swear to God, don't sit on the couch. Artemy and Cole let out sighs of relief as the door to Clyde's office snapped shut behind them. And not a moment too soon. Heavy footsteps flooded the hallways as the mind-controlled crowd caught up to them.
Where did they go? I can't see a damn thing! They must be hiding in one of the rooms. Search them.
This was met with monotone hollers of agreement. Cole and Artemy pressed their bodies against the door in anticipation of a forced entry, but none came. The crowd had ran into all the rooms except theirs, thanks to Cole's illusion magic. It appears we have them fooled for now. Keyword being for now. Come up with the fucking plan. Are you alright, Sir Cole? Cole scoffed.
Does it look like I'm alright? I blacked out for a moment during Sid's fight with Val, then I get zapped awake. And then I find an angry mind-controlled crowd chasing me. What's the big idea?
Well, they wouldn't be chasing you if you hadn't attempted to steal the ruby from under Val's noses with your illusion magic.
I wasn't gonna take any chances. As Bob always says, we don't fight fair, we fight to win.
That is dubious advice, to say the least. Cole pulled the large triangular ruby out of his pocket and waved it smugly in Artemy's face.
If I hadn't stolen this, the hooded fellow would have been succeeded in whatever horrible thing they were planning to do here. I'd say this was a pretty smooth move on my part.
I know, like, honestly, Cole fucking saved the day, but that doesn't matter because you're still an asshole. Cole squinted into the office.
Who was that hooded fella anyway? You got any ideas?
Artemy shook her head dejectedly. I haven't a clue. It is clear that they are after the rubies for the prince's crown, and that they are a powerful mage. Defeating them would prove difficult, especially when they have everyone in the fighting ring under their control. I hope to retreat and buy ourselves some time to formulate a plan. Artemis sighed and hung her head dejectedly. Oh no, Artemis, why are you being so anxious, girl? I love you. I am ashamed to say I was unable to free Sir Sid from that mage's control before we escaped. May the Creator keep him safe while we sort things out.
Hey, at least you got me to safety. It could have been a lot worse.
A low groan suddenly reverberated in the back of the office. Someone had stood up from behind the couch, clutching their head in a daze. Hi, Clyde. How's she doing? How's Miss Man? Oh, I have to censor. Oh shit, I have to censor. God, this feels worse than my hangover from last week. What happened? Artemis shrieked and covered her eyes. I know, a whole nude-ass fucking tiger man standing in front of you and standing in front of a lady. No more, no less. Sir Clyde, please go make yourself decent. We love to see it happen. What are you folks doing in my office? Cole rolled his eyes and patted a horrified Artemis' shoulders.
Cover up your bits, Clyde. I know you like being nude when I'm around, but keep it in your pants while we have company.
Huh? Clyde blinked blankly, his wits slowly returning. Oh. Yeah, oh, bitch, cover yourself up. Right. I guess clothes are a good idea. Hurry up, please! Oh my fucking god. Alright, now that you have pants on. A few minutes later, after Clyde struggled putting on his loincloth, the three of them huddled around the office desk to discuss the current situation. Artemis stood a considerable distance away from the couch as she explained to Clyde about the cloak mage's actions. The tiger listened and massaged his temples in disbelief. All this happened while I was out? Jeez, I don't remember anything after leaving the fighting ring to check out my office. Yeah. Oh, fucking Christ, Cole. You fucking asshole. Really?
That mage must have charmed you and stole the crown while you were out. You gotta be more careful, Clyde.
Artemis shot Cole a confused glance. But I thought you said— Shh, Artemis. This is not the time. This is not the time. We're not going to get into an ex-boyfriend scandal. Ouch! The hyena kicked her from the table with a "you shut the fuck up" look on his face. Artemis just looked even more confused. Meanwhile, Clyde was too busy musing in his own thoughts to notice their little exchange. I don't think anyone has the guts to cause trouble in my fighting ring. Well, bitch, you thought wrong because there's some sort of crazy psychotic mage on the loose trying to steal them rubies, bitch. This is one strong mage we're dealing with.
Not to mention dangerous.
Clyde scratched his chin thoughtfully. I'm afraid I won't be useful in the fighting department, unfortunately. But you are the leader of a fighting ring, are you not? He's probably a businessman through and through, even though he got them chiseled abs. Bitch, does he know how to use them? Yeah, but I'm more of a businessman and behind-the-scenes sort of guy. Bitch, I fucking told you. Bitch, I fucking told you. He is in for the money, in for the wealth. This whole fighter outfit is just for show. I usually used to be a blacksmith by trade until... Clyde glanced at Cole out of the corner of his eye and sighed. What did you do, Cole? What the fuck? What the fuck did you do? Collodi Bonebreaker, you need to tell me right the fuck now. Anyway, back on topic. No, not back on topic! I need to know this tea, Miss Ma'am! I need to know what kind of situation you two got yourselves into in order for you two to be like this. Bitch. I'm coming for you, Shirokoi. If I understand the situation correctly, our next best course of action should be to figure out a way to free everyone from this mage's spell. That will prove quite difficult. We cannot confront them head-on since the mage would just force the mind-control people to retaliate. Or use them as meat shields. Artemis nodded solemnly. Straight up. I am not willing to risk the lives of innocents. It appears that my Dispel magic is able to break free people from the mage's hold. However, I cannot cast anything in the mage's presence since they will simply counterspell my attempts. To make matters worse, I can only cast my spells a limited number of times without rest. It would be impossible for me to dispel every mind-controlled person individually. I see. Then our best chance is to land your Dispel magic on the mage directly and end the mind control spell at the source. After that, we can just outnumber the mage and kick their ass. Oh, love that. Artemy nodded again and scratched her head thoughtfully. The main problem is that the mage will see us coming and counterspell us before we get the chance. Unless you decide to be sneaky about it. Unless somebody was like, you know, being like a distraction. She turned towards Cole, who had been fidgeting nervously at the other end of the desk. Ooh, Cole, what's up? Sir Cole, you are much more experienced with battle than I am, yes? What would be a viable strategy from your point of view? Cole jerked up from his nervous daze with a scoff.
What? Why are you asking me? I'm not dealing with any of this shit.
What the fuck, Cole?
Oh my fucking god.
Yes, you are! Artemy froze. Excuse me? Cole hopped off his seat and paced around the office with nervous energy.
There's a ton of secret exits in this building, right? Let's just run while we have the chance. After we get away, we can just call the church knights the city watch to take care of this. This isn't my problem.
An uncomfortable silence settled across the table as Artemy and Clyde stared at him in surprise. Exactly, bitch. What the fuck? Clyde sighed and closed his eyes. You haven't changed a bit, have you? Oh! Are we getting into ex-boyfriend-sister scandal? I want this goddamn fucking thesis. Artemy slammed her fist on the table and stood up. Oh, period. Let's go. Her voice hissed furiously through gritted teeth. Absolutely not. We must rescue everyone here, including Sir Sid. It is possible that this cloaked mage will harm the people here to remove witnesses. It is our duty to protect them while we still have the opportunity to do so. Cole averted his gaze from Artemy's intense glare and crossed his arms.
Hey, Sid is a nice guy and all, but I'm not gonna risk my life for someone I just met.
I would. Depending on the situation. And this is this situation. Bitch! Ugh, get out of your fucking high horse and just help.
That's not my job. I just agreed to helping you find your missing stuff and maybe earn some gold on the side. Battling a crazy mind control mage was nowhere on the to-do list.
Something snapped in Artemy. I want to see Artemy go into full bad bitch mode. Okay, bad bitch energy. Okay, Nicki Minaj. She forcefully pulled Cole close to the shoulder strap and almost lifted him off his feet. Yes, bitch! Yes, si perra! Her fangs bared inches from his face. Sir Sid believed in you. He believed that you were a good person, somebody worth fighting for. How could you just abandon him? Cole's heart raced painfully against his chest as he leaned back from the furious knight. Artemy's usual polite grin vanished into feral rage. I know! Oh my god, I love seeing bad bitch energy.
Well, Sid's kind of a simpleton. He'd probably fight for anyone who gave him the time of day.
Artemy's grip on him tightened. I want you to make him bleed. He shielded you with his own body during a wagon crash this morning. He was willing to fight countless men in this illegal fighting ring simply because you commanded him to so. Did he truly misplace his trust on a shameless coward? Artemy spat the words like venom. Oh my god. Let him have it. Let him eat cake! Sid has a loving mother waiting for him. A family that actually cares. What will you tell them when you leave their son to die? Is this who the son of Marrow Bonebreaker truly is? A heavy, intense silence filled the room, interrupted only by Artemy's fuming growl and Cole's thundering heartbeat. Yeah, what the fuck, Cole? Goddamn fucking Claude. The small hyena swallowed, his shoulders shaking.
You sure want a coward helping you?
The fist that kept Cole hoisted in the air suddenly laxed. The hyena drops on the ground with a yelp. Oh, bitch, make him yelp. Yep, and fucking squeal. Artemy let out a deep sigh as she stood over him. Her eyes were closed and brow furrowed in her effort to wrestle with her own temper. I don't need you, Duolingo Bye. I know that you are capable of great acts of kindness if you truly wish to do so. Perhaps courage, too. I just don't understand what is stopping you. That familiar howl feeling engulfed Cole's chest one more as he stared up at Artemis' disappointed eyes. Bitch, she's not even your mom. She's not even your dad. But her disappointment fills the goddamn fucking room, bitch, and I hope that you feel it. He slowly picked himself off the floor with a sigh. It always comes back to disappointing people, didn't it? Clyde gently cleared his throat. Not to kick the little guy while he's down, but things would be difficult even with Cole's help. It's just the three of us against the entirety of a fighting ring crowd. What can we actually do in this kind of situation? Well, quite a bit if you put a little thought into it. See, this is the one that I wanted you to be. I wanted you to be the bitch that's like, all right, let's come up with a formulated plan instead of running away like a goddamn fucking coward. Use your illusion magic for the better of people. My fucking god, Cole. Cole sighed and began digging through his pockets. He pulled out an arcane crystal with a glint in his eye. I think I've got a decent plan to dispel the mage's control. Hey, Nighty, can you do something for me with that magic of yours? Artemis stared at Cole quietly for several moments. Can we count on your help? That is a good question, bitch. Can they count on your help after you being a fucking coward? The anger in her eyes had subsided, leaving only a tired, withered gaze. Even so, Cole felt his chest lurch as they made eye contact. Sure. Artemis sighed. Very well, Cole. Oh, Cole! Not even Sir Cole. She's pissed. She's angry. She is flabbergasted by the audacity of this fucking boy. Explain your plan. Oh, I'm here for it. The hallway was still dark and candleless as the mind-controlled crowd returned from their search. Val, Sid, and a dozen people from the fighting ring closed the doors to other rooms with a slam. Oh, hey, bitches. I swear to God, I always see something like on like my TV, like just like flying over, and I'm like, is there something in my room? I might be haunted. We've searched all the rooms. All the room. Not even all the rooms. All the room. Those two must have fled elsewhere in the building. Search the secret exits. Val's voice was slow and slurred as he spoke, the mage's mental grasp on him still holding strong. Others in the crowd were no better as they murmured in agreement and stumbled their way out of the hallway. Sid was about to follow them out when a low whisper suddenly flickered through his eye. A low whisper suddenly flickered through his eye? Wait, what? He whipped his head around, scanning the now empty hallway. Hello? Psst. Over here. Sid frowned and approached the empty section of the brick wall where the whisper seemed to originate. Is someone there? Strange. Did he truly hear someone speaking, or were his senses messing with him? Bitch, this is just like voice throw in Skyrim, where people are just like, oh, that voice is coming from over there, and I'm like,
bitch, I'm like literally right next to you.
Perhaps he should report this to the mage. It's your conscience. Oh. Come closer to the wall and I shall, show you the truth behind your recent gay thoughts. Hi, Sid. There's Sid, bitch. I wasn't thinking anything like that. A door suddenly appeared out of thin air and slammed open, smacking Sid in the face. He yelled and fell backwards while clutching his nose. Immediately, Clyde and Artemis leapt up to gag and drag him into the room behind them. Sid tried to yell and thrash about wildly. Bitch, I don't think so. So Sid, control yourself! Her words fell on deaf ears as Sid lodged a kick straight to Clyde's stomach, sending him wheezing on the floor. Bitch. The tiger clutched his abdomen with a groan. Oh yeah, he definitely is not a fighter. This guy's stronger than he looks. No wonder why everyone lost against him today. Artemis grabbed Sid's arm and twisted it behind his back, pinning him with the floor with a thud. Bitch! Artemis coming through with that bad bitch energy! I fucking love her! I'm sorry, Sid. Try to resist the mage's control just a little longer. Sid's eyes flashed red as he continued to writhe madly on the floor under her grip. We might not be able to hold him for long. Cole, are you ready yet? Behind them, Cole patted his pockets hastily. Oh, that's not the button I wanted. Return. Thank you.
Yep, looks like I got everything I need. Alright, you two, hang tight for a bit. It's time for me to make my move.
Cole dashed past the three wrestling on the floor with a wink. Wow.
If you hear me scream, come to the main room immediately. I prefer to stay not dead.
Clyde groaned as he struggled to pin the struggling Sid's legs down.
Just hurry up!
Love that. Love that. Come through. Let's go. Alright, what the fuck was your voice? What voice did I give you? The cloaked figure grumbled with increasing frustration. The crowds of mind-controlled people slowly returned to the fighting ring, each of them empty-handed. The mage gritted their teeth anxiously as they gripped the one ruby they managed to snatch from Val earlier.
Damn these stupid peasants! I need those accursed rubies. It's bad enough that the black market tiger already lost the other two.
Suddenly, a tall figure with red eyes leapt into the room with a triumphant grin. A mind-controlled Sid raced across the room with his hands outstretched. What?
Master, I found the ruby you seeked.
Sid reached into his pocket and pulled out a bright red gem, as dark and glistening as blood. The cloaked figure rushed forward and gleefully snatched it from his hands.
Good, good. It seems you aren't completely useless after all.
As the closed figure imagined the room closely, the gem's shape suddenly shimmered to whiffs of heat on a hot summer day. Bitch, we love a little bit of illusionist magic. The illusion on the ruby abruptly melted away to reveal a fully charged arcane crystal shuddering in their hand instead.
What? What is the meaning of this?
Oh, the charged arcane crystal glowed oh, that's loud. Brighter and suddenly exploded with Artemis' dispel magic in a white-hot flash. The mage was knocked backward by the blast with a surprised shout. As they fell, the mage felt their grip on their minds and their control, minds of the crowd dissipating. That's what it was. Everyone in the room suddenly hunched over, clutching their heads, groaning as though they were suffering a painful hangover. I mean, come on, you're being controlled, of course you're gonna feel like that. The sinister red glow from their eyes slowly vanished as the crowd regained their senses. The mage picked himself off the floor in a panicked scramble.
How in the world?
Huh? Wait, what? I can't believe you fell for such a cheap trick.
Impossible. Those red eyes, you should still be under my control.
Oh, it was fucking Sid. Or not Sid, it was fucking Cole. What a bitch. The tall badger's body suddenly glowed softly before fading away in a faint white mist. Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch. Hey, sis. The fog dissipated to reveal Cole standing over the mage with a smug grin. Disguise self is a pretty nifty spell, eh? Disguise self, bitch. I keep looking at this camera because I think it's on, but this one's on. Jesus Christ, I need to fix that. Disguise self is fucking broken sometimes, just like in a situation that it is right here.
You!
Uh-oh. Cole yelped as the cloaked figure leaped and tackled him to the floor. Oh, bitch is gonna get killed. Bitch is gonna say, snap your neck, sis. The two of them writhed and struggled on the ground as they figure attempt to wrestle the remaining ruby out of Cole's pocket. Cole did his best to kick the mage off of him, but his scrawny legs did little to deter them.
Hey, you should at least buy me dinner first before sticking your hand in my pants.
Enough of this nonsense. Give me the goddamn ruby!
Artemis, Clyde, and a freshly awakened Sid rushed into the room.
Cole! Boss! Are you alright?
On the edge of the ring, Val picked himself off the ground with dazed eyes. The rest of the crowd were also slowly regaining their wits. Each of them turned towards the cloaked mage, fighting Cole on the floor with pure indignation and fury in their eyes. The cloaked figure looked up from the fighting Cole on the stone floor to see a wall of angered creature approaching them, cracked their knuckles and bury their teeth. You best fucking punch the fuck out of that mage, bitch.
Hey, let my boss go.
Your time is up, little mage. Our fighting ring doesn't take kindly to troublemakers.
I'm making you pay for all the damages in my ring, you hear?
Bitch, come through! Bitch, come through! A sharp crackle ignited the air alongside the acrid smell of lightning. Artemis readied another javelin of electricity and trained her sights on the cloaked mage. Bitch, use aim.
Unhand Cole immediately.
I shall show no mercy to those who dare harm the innocent civilians of Axia. The mage looked up and hesitated for a split second. It was enough for Cole to squirm out of the glass and meet safely into the crowd. Artemy launched her guiding bolt the instant Cole was at a safe distance. I love Artemy. And she's a fucking bad bitch. The bolts of lightning shot through the air, branches of electricity trailing behind it like a furious comet in the mage's direction. Oh, of course you have fucking shield, you asshole, you fucking clod, you. An arcane wall solidified in the air in a flash. Artemy's javelin instantly dispersed into sparks of light the moment it made contact with the shield, leaving the mage behind it untouched. The cloaked figure hissed with increasing frustration at the crowd surrounding them.
You fools are interfering with matters you cannot dream of comprehending. Now give me that ruby!
Artemy snarled and drew her sword. Bitch, yes, draw that sword and slice him down. Slice him down in the name of Ariana Grande.
You dare put the lives of innocent people in danger for a piece of jewelry? Are you serious?
Her voice rasped with barely controlled fury.
You understand nothing.
The cloaked figure raised her hand, sinister magic weaving from between their fingertips. A slice off his fucking finger. Conjure elemental. What kind of elemental, sis? The bricks and stones of the building suddenly began shuddering violently. Oh, hi, bitch! Brick by brick, a wall of stone toppled all the walls and conjoined together in a dozen stone figures standing at the center of the fighting ring. Oh, of course there's 3 of them. The earth shook and the massive stone elementals approached the crowd, each one towering over even the tallest fighter of the ring. The crowd screamed and immediately began retreating. Clyde watched his fighting ring fall to shambles with a hint of despair in his eyes. Oh no, Clyde! Oh no, Clyde! This won't end well. I hate to admit it, but we must retreat as well. Our bare fists won't do much to solid stone. Stand aside! Oh! Come... Bad bitch fucking energy, girl! A painfully intense light suddenly illuminated the room. Cole and Sid shielded their eyes from the glow, their eyes watering from the brilliance. I felt like staring directly into the sun. Artemy had her sword drawn. Radiant light roared across her blade like wrathful lightning. The celestial golden glow flickered as she took a step forward, streaks of lightning leaping from her sword. Artemy is MVP in this goddamn fucking fight. As these are simply stone conjurations, I see no reason to hold back. They will crumble before laying a single strike on an innocent life. Holy! It's so bright in here, I can't see shit! I didn't know you were this strong! As Cole hid behind Sid, he made a mental note to avoid pissing off Artemy in the future. Cole, you already pissed off Artemy! She didn't appear to have heard them, her focus solely on her foe. The creator's chosen gnarled as the awestruck mage standing across the room with a snarl. I am giving you one last chance to surrender, mage. The cloaked figure just watched her with utter fascination. Fascination says he is taking notes. Such brilliant celestial light. You are truly a marvelous vessel. He has done a rather magnificent job with you, hasn't he? Artemy faltered for a split second. What are you talking about? The mage flicked their wrist. The dozens of hulking stone elementals suddenly charged the crowd. Artemy snarled and swung her blade. Bitch, fucking cut them down. Divine smite. Cut them down to fucking size. The earth shook violently as deafening thunder cut through the air. The dozens of stone elementals immediately shattered into a shower of pebbles from a single swing of Artemy's blade. The world faded into a haze of white, filled with only the acrid smell of ozone and cackling electricity. Oh no, the whole entire space is broken down, bitch! The entrance wall of the fighting ring collapsed into a pile of rubble. Parts of the building were falling down in a rain of debris and dust. The crowd from the ring all ran outside screaming in terror as they shielded their heads. Cole felt Sid's strong arms around his waist as the large badger held him protectively against his chest and carried him out of the ruined building. His ears were still ringing from the celestial blast. I mean, obviously, it was a fucking blast, bitch. Of course your ears are going to be ringing from it. Boss? Are you okay? You didn't hurt your head, did you? How many fingers am I holding up?
None. Your hands are on my ass right now.
Sid yelped and dropped him like a hot potato. Bitch, gay thoughts. Bitch, gay thoughts. Cole's behind hit the floor with a painful thump.
Ow! What was that for?
Sorry. I just panicked. Sorry for touching your butt. Cole picked himself off the ground with a huff.
Well, if you had the energy to freak out like this, I know you're alright too.
He stared at the blushing badger slowly. Sid's shirt was peppered with holes. The skin on his back was angry with red scratches and cuts from when he shielded Cole from the falling debris. A flash of guilt burned inside of Cole's chest, as it fucking should, you fucking bitch. Oh, you have gone down on my list of sin. I don't know why there's this child. I say child in my Discord server. I'm not going to call you out by name, but they were just like simping for Cole for the longest time. And they were like, no, I still simp for him, but like not as much. And now I understand why, because he's a fucking cowardly asshole. He almost left the big guy behind. Behind them, Clyde climbed out of the rubble and stared at the destruction in shock. My ring. My business. More guilt fluttered through Cole as he gingerly approached his ex. He reached out and gently squeezed the tiger's hand. Oh.
Hey man, it's no big deal. Papa's a big fan of your work. He and Hamish can probably talk to a few folks and get your ring up and running again.
The tiger continued staring at the collapsing building, his expression unmoving. Cole frowned and shuffled his feet uncomfortably. As you should. Feel that fucking guilt, bitch.
Clyde? Do you need a place to stay tonight? There's always room at the Bone Breakers if you want.
Clyde sighed and quietly shook his head. Oh no. I think you've done enough. Oh! Oh! These two are not talking ever again. Jesus fuck. Cole felt silent.
I understand. I'll give you some space.
He retreated back to Sid's side with an uncomfortable grimace, as you fucking should. Sid glanced between the two in a mixture of confusion and worry. Boss, is everything alright?
Sure. Though I wouldn't call today a great success.
Artemis suddenly rushed out of the collapsing building and glanced around frantically. Oh, there's the anxiousness. Oh, where did that mage go? I searched the entire building, but I could not find a trace of them. Cole and Sid exchanged surprised looks and scanned the large alleyway. The cloaked figure was nowhere to be found. Maybe your big chosen one smiting vaporized them? That was one hell of a blast. Artemis shook her head. Nay, I doubt my divine smite is capable of that.
Well, the most logical explanation is that they escaped. They're a mage, after all. Probably used some sort of spell to teleport them out of there before getting hit. They could be anywhere by now.
Artemis dropped to his knees, utterly crestfallen. I failed. What will I tell Her Excellency?
Hey, deep breaths. Don't go all panicky tacky on us again.
Cole patted her back with a sympathetic smile.
Think positive. At least we recovered the crown itself. What's a few jewels on to the royal prince anyway?
Artemis blinked and looked up optimistically. I've forgotten. Cole, do you still have one of the rubies?
Oh, right. It should be here.
Cole rummaged through the pockets and froze. He fucking lost it. He fucking lost the fucking ruby.
Uh-oh.
He grimaced and gave Artemis a sheepish shrug.
I don't have it. The mage must have grabbed it out of my pocket while we were tussling on the floor.
The hopeful glint in Artemis' eyes instantly vanished. She buried her face in her hands, head hung low in shame. My first day outside the church district has been an utter disaster. Her Excellency was right. I'm ashamed of a chosen one. Hey now, don't beat yourself up too much. I mean, sure, you lost a few gems and collapsed the front of a building, but in the greater good. But you saved the lives of everyone here. The place was an illegal operation anyway. More importantly, you and the boss saved me. That mind control spell felt awful. I'm glad I got my wits about me again. I owe the two of you big time. Cole looked away guiltily. I know, because you were about to fucking leave the whore to die. Artemy caught sight of his expression but stayed silent. I am glad you are safe, Sir Sid. Sid flashed her an enthusiastic grin. I can't believe I got rescued by the Creator's Chosen on my first day of work. Wait till Mom hears about this. It's amazing I got to meet you today. Artemy watched Sid's giddy laughter with a soft, tired smile. He's probably knocked the fuck out. You are too kind. I envy your optimism, Sir Sid.
Speaking of good things, let's talk about your pay for today, shall we? Hey, it's your first day of work as an adventurer. And the best part of adventuring is getting paid.
Cole opened up his small coin stack, stuffed to the brim with gambling money and recovered a sitting crown.
Here's your crown, Knighty.
Cole turned towards Sid as he continued digging through his pouch.
And for you, here's an even split of the winnings from the fighting ring. Not bad for a hard day's work, huh?
Sid watched, stupefied, as Cole poured a large pile of coins into his hands. This was more than his family made in a week. Maybe he'll be able to take his parents on vacation, or at the very least give his mom a break from work. He finally did something worthwhile. Oh my god, my heart, mi corazón. Sid's grin widened as he gripped the coins tightly. Did I do a good job today?
Of course. Couldn't have done it without you, buddy.
Really? You're not gonna let me go in a week like all the other bosses, will you? Cole blinked in surprise.
What? Why would I do that? You've been a great lackey. I don't tend to let go of good men.
Mm-hmm. But now Clyde is... God, you fucking Claude.
Keep up the good work and you'll become a great adventurer like Papa in no time.
Sid felt his chest hurt from the sheer joy flooding his heart from his boss's words. Aww, mi corazón. This is cute. You're still an asshole, though. Maybe he wasn't such a disappointing son after all. He let out a hearty laugh and slid Cole off his feet in a smothered hug. Aww, cute. Thank you so much for taking the chance on me, boss. I promise you won't regret it.
Hey, let me down, you big oaf. We haven't gotten to the point where we exchange casual hugs yet.
But yes, Sid has. Sid has, bitch. Sid's voice suddenly cracked and trembled as he held Cole close. Cole glanced up and froze. Was he crying?
Oh no, don't give me that. Oh, I can't deal with crying people.
Sid laughed again and wiped away the happy tears with his arm. Oh my god. Oh my, this is cute. Okay, it went from Cole being an asshole to this bit to being cute, even though Cole's still an asshole. Sorry for getting all sappy. It's just that I've been failing for so long in my life. You're the first person who's wanted me to stay. Sid's warm hug around him tightened. Cole felt cold as the badger's joyous sniffling laughter reverberated through his chest. He tried his best to ignore the guilt pulling in the pits of his stomach and flashed Sid a half-hearted smile.
Well, that concludes your first day of work. Meet me at the Bogsbringers Guild building tomorrow and we'll get you set up with some proper adventuring gear. Go home and get some rest, big guy.
Sid finally let go of their hug and nodded excitedly. Will do! Thank you again, boss! Alright, now what are you going to do about Artemy? What are you going to do about Miss Artemy? Cole turned towards Artemy's sullen figure quietly.
Oh, and you get a share of our winnings today too, of course.
For me?
Yeah, we couldn't have got out all of this mess without you after all.
He opened up his coin stack and poured a generous amount into her hands. Artemy's gaze was cautious and rigid. An even split. Surprisingly fair. Oh, what are they gonna do? What's their talk gonna be about?
Hey, listen. Thanks.
Artemy looked down at the small hyena with a hint of confusion. If I may ask, thanks for what? Cole crossed his arms and avoided her gaze with an uncomfortable frown.
You know, for stopping me.
Artemy blinked in surprise. She regarded him with quiet curiosity. Where's the A in there? You are truly a perplexed man, Kalodi Bonebreaker. I simply do not understand you. Cole snapped up with a glare. Ooh, he did not like that.
What's there to understand? Not everyone gets to be a shining example of perfection, O chosen one. Some of us are born a little disappointing.
Artemy returned her glare with a stern frown of her own.
I understand that feeling completely. But disappointing or not, we are still capable of making the right choices.
Cole rolled his eyes and stuffed his coin stack roughly in his pockets.
Oh? Would you have chosen to come out today if you knew that you'd fail so horribly?
Artemy's shoulders stiffened. She stared down at the obsidian crown in her hands. Her grimaced face stared back into the reflections of an empty gem sockets.
Sometimes it's best to stay in your lane when you know your own limits. Disappointment is all you'll find in the end.
Cole sighed and dusted himself off.
Anyway, it's getting dark.
Oh, you're gonna let Artemy go back to the church? Like, period?
Period, bitch. It's probably best if we headed home.
He turned and waved his hand in farewell.
I'll be seeing you around, chosen one.
Is she gonna stop being like, let me be with you? Artemy was left alone in front of the crumbling facade of the fighting ring entrance. She stared quietly at Cole's retreating figure. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I think you're wrong, Cole.
Is that the end? Oh, I don't know. The city watched as the church's holy knights appeared roughly an hour at the explosion of Clyde's fighting ring. All the residents of the ring had fled by the time the authorities arrived, including Clyde and Val. The Knights of the City Watch led through a search of the ring and confiscated most of Clyde's black market goods, but the rubies were nowhere to be found. All traces of the cloaked mage had disappeared except for scattered remains of broken stone from the destroyed stone elementals. Despite Artemy's insistence on helping them continue the search, the Holy Knights ordered her to return home. The City Watch gently reminded the Knights of Artemy and her friends were still wanted for driving a wagon. Oh, wow, love that. Oh, I totally forgot about that. That Artemy and her friends were still wanted for driving a wagon through the front door of an arcane shop this morning, but the Knights waited off and simply lifted the charges. And thus, so ends this adventure party's hectic first day. That was all in one day, bitch. That was all in a day. Oh, Oh. It's already getting late. It's already getting really long, so... This next episode is less than 10 minutes, I will go and add it to this one, but for the moment, I'm going to pause it there. Thank you all so much for watching. Oh, wait, this isn't the camera. This is the camera. Jesus Christ, I need a ring light for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. My name's Veed. I hope that you had a wonderful time watching this. I hope that you had a wonderful time watching me see a whole entire fighting ring get destroyed and seeing Artemy be a fucking badass bitch that she fucking is, bitch. Make sure to hit the like, comment, subscribe buttons down below. You know, help a fellow YouTuber out. Make sure to hit that notification bell so on the way to miss out on any of my uploads. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.